Guys, what we're listening to, let's get it started with a VMAs. Dan, kick it.
So, I want to talk about the VMAs because they just happened this past Sunday. Basically, on every network that is on cable television, they just completely took over cable, which I loved. Because what else are you going to be watching on Sunday? We'll ask Chris that question because I don't believe he did. But it was really interesting because they weren't telling us anything going into these VMAs. They said live. They're talking about live performances, appearances, and everybody was wondering how are they going to do this? There's not details of anything. They weren't giving us anything. So that was enough of a reason to tune in. And I thought the presentation was really good. Actually, I think MTV did an awesome job, and they made everybody else look kind of ridiculous that have put together any sort of simulated live feeling type of event, whether it's with virtual fans or plugged in sound, whatever it might be. They did a really nice job not making people at home feel stupid and also making it feel very real. The presentation, how it was done, basically in a studio with green screens surrounding it, but it looked good. I think it looked good. The sound quality made it sound like there were actually people there, so that they had virtual fans or whatever. And they even when they first opened the show, and you could see people kind of like doing the fans on top of buildings. I was like, wait a minute, is that real? Because the way that they did it, where there wasn't a lot of light around it, it had me tricked for a second there. But I thought everything was really well thought out, produced. Naturally, it wasn't all live. All of the performances were great, were really well produced as well. I think it was shortened this year. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's usually maybe a 3-hour show. It was a 2-hour show. They didn't give away a ton of awards, but I think with what they were limited with and everything, the presentation of the VMAs was the best type of live action ceremony presentation that I've seen this year with what you were limited to be able to do.
Yeah, because it felt like an award show. Like
Yeah.
it looked like an award show. It wasn't a bunch of virtual stuff. It was like everybody actually were whenever they filmed it, but they were in the same place. It was
Hmm.
cohesive. It made it feel like you were actually watching an award show, even though there are no fans. I thought the fake crowd noise. I'm here and there with the crowds cheering. It's sometimes a little weird to me,
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought it was really well done. The BET Awards this past summer, this couple months ago, they did theirs virtually too, but it felt like everything was a music video and like the host was in her house.
Hmm.
So it was just weird, but like I thought that was like overproduced, and I thought this at least looked like the performances. They shot them like they were shooting a performance on stage, not like they were shooting like this music video. So I thought
Right.
that was cool. And
Yeah.
there were like mess ups in there too. So that was like, kind of decent.
Yeah, it did. It felt very, very real. It was the realest thing that, been able to an actual award show, like you said, I think in quite some time. So I think the fact that they didn't give a whole lot of that away early on was smart, and the entire production of it was good. The performances I thought were really good. I think I'm not like thrilled at the awards that they were giving away that night. Like, I bitch about this every year, how like the rock and alternative categories are just like completely ignored. And I don't understand it. Like, we're giving away like best K-pop and best Latin artists like in the show. And I get it. Music is global and they're trying to reach that audience more. But it's like, and don't tell me like, oh, well, that's because those artists were there. Well, unfortunately, the artist that won best alternative was Machine Gun Kelly, and he was there. So I don't want to hear that as an excuse either. But I think they need to do a little bit better of a job with the awards that they give out. There's some cool new awards that they did this year. Gaga cleaned house, by the way,
Yeah.
deservedly show. So it was completely the Lady Gaga show, and her performance was amazing, bringing Ariana Grande out, and she took home a bunch of awards, including the Tricon Awards. So it was a pretty cool night. It was nice to feel a little bit of sense of normalcy and
Yeah.
not another award show that had to be canceled this year.
Yeah, it felt that's one of the things. It did feel like it's end of summer, VMAs are on, and it didn't feel fake. Felt
Right.
weird. It felt like things were actually happening. So felt
Hmm.
normal. Yeah. I like that. With football coming and stuff, some things are starting to feel like it's supposed to a little bit. We'll see.
A little bit of sense of that.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, into what we're listening to, guys. Ice Cream, Blackpink, Selena Gomez. That's definitely going on the list this week. Chris, we made you watch the video for homework. What are your thoughts?
So the last Blackpink song you made me listen to was in a different language, and I didn't like. I didn't know how to review it.
Yeah.
Or like what I was supposed to get out of it. This one is in English and it's very catchy.
Nice.
I don't hate, like, that's the thing. I don't even know that I like hated the last one. I just didn't know what the hell was going on.
Did you listen to Dynamite by BTS on last week's playlist?
Yes, and that's on my playlist review. That's one of my favorite ones from this past week.
Oh yeah, the playlist review. I love that. I love we've missed the Chris Gates playlist review.
Yeah.
Tell us what you thought. Tell us what you thought of last week before we get into this week.
Yeah, so Dynamite was, I mean, another one. It's super catchy. I thought it was really good. I obviously enjoyed the Bryce Vine tracks. Didi and I both put some of his music on there, so that was up there for me. And then the other one I had was it's Lil Zell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just another fun song, man. I just enjoyed it. So those are the three artists that kind of stuck out to me from this past week. I still need to listen. I need to, it's I'm blanking on it now. The Killers, right? I need to listen to that whole album because I listened to the one song, but I feel like that's a band that I need to like actually go and listen to that album before I like make an opinion on it. But
that's a good call because it is a very diverse album, and I think it's incredible and it's worth listening to start to finish. So good call on that one.
But yeah, I like this Blackpink song, and feel free to send more to me if you want me to review them
on the playlist.
Oh, we will. Chris Gates is gonna have a K-pop blog, so we cannot wait. He's gonna be obsessed with it by the end of this. But yeah, I love the Ice Cream song. I'm a huge fan of Blackpink, so I'm happy that this song. I was nervous with Selena Gomez being in it. I was really nervous. I was like, but you know, Selena's having a big year. She's kind of everywhere right now. So her cooking show on HBO Max is great too. She's everywhere. I don't know. So. All right. So Dan, what are you listening to?
Band that I mentioned earlier in the podcast, one of my favorite bands ever, and especially right now, Paris, or as Chris likes to refer to them as, Purvis, because of the V. Yes. But even amongst the weird news of kicking one of the members out of the band, they released their third, I believe, studio album last week called Use Me, and it's different. It's a turn away from their older sound, which was kind of a darker alternative rock, maybe alternative pop even type of sound with their older music. But Lynn Gunn, the lead singer, really has taken over as the leader of this band, and this was entirely her project, and they've embraced her for that, and they've had to kind of push her to the forefront and be like, this is your music, this is your thing, you have developed this project. So it's different. There's a lot more electro type of sound to it. It's closer to the pop category than it is alternative. Still have that, deeper voice and vocals to it, and lyrics are still there, but it's a different turn, and I'm really, really excited for it. The album is fantastic. Like I said, it's called Use Me. The tracks I'll put in the playlist this week, probably Stay Gold. Dead Weight is really good. Hallucinations came out earlier this summer as one of the tracks leading up to it. So really, really happy to have New Paris back.
Chris, what are you listening to?
Yeah, so the first one I'm going to put on the playlist, Neck Deep is a band I'm a really big fan of. They have a new album, All Distortions Are Intentional is what it's called. And I'm going to put a couple songs on the playlist from that. Their one track, it's called Sick Joke. And there's a quote in the song, I guess just the theme of the song is like, sometimes I wonder if life is just a sick joke. And I think that is a quote that is kind of can hit home for a lot of people in regards to the way 2020 has played out. So that I'm going to put Telling Stories on there as well. I've been through the album a couple times. And I'm a pretty big fan of it. So that's my first one for this week.
Nice. I got Corday and Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch has had an insane year. Well, him and Corday have this song called Gifted that I absolutely love. And I think we just lost Dan.
Apparently Dan doesn't love it because he's gone.
Yeah, he does not love it. He left us. But anyways, Corday and Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch had a huge year with a bunch of different songs, and Gifted is another one that I think is going to be huge because the sound of it is so cool. It's like this song just was on a playlist and it just kind of smacked me in the face because they just kind of trade lines throughout this whole song. And at times you're just like, whoa, you're just like, it's like they're just going back and forth. And it's an amazing song. It's got a cool message about, getting to the height, being gifted is what the song is about, and just like having success and, helping out people and stuff. But yeah, Corday and Roddy Ricch, Gifted. It's a really, really good song.
Nice. You've had Roddy Ricch on the playlist at least once before, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. A couple times. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, weirdly enough, I'm still here in the audio as long as you can still hear me. I don't know why I disappeared on the video.
It's all good, Dan.
But my next one up is going to be from another artist that I'm a huge fan of. Not super well known. She's an independent artist, does everything herself. Verite. She's just really, really fantastic. And she had a song came out last week called Younger Women. It's kind of a heartbreak song. So, hey, there we go.
There he is.
There's softer vocals to start things off and an intense kind of like funk bass beat that drives through the chorus. And then she kind of just lets loose in the bridge and she really kind of lets it all out. So you kind of get that heartbreak feel and the emotion she put into this song. So it's a new era and kind of new sign of things to come for her based on what she's been saying on her social media. A lot of it relationship based. So really excited for new Verite. We'll have Younger Women on the list this week.
Cool. My second one is from Zach Brown Band. They released a song called You and Islands about a month ago. And it's just I don't know, it's just a really easy listen. It's a fun listen. And it was recorded and produced and released in quarantine. And it speaks to quarantine and basically talks about wanting to be on an island in a much better place than a lot of us are just being cooped up inside. So that's another one I'm going to put on the playlist this week.
I like it. All right. Calvin Harris and The Weeknd, Over Now. That song is the smoothest breakup song I've ever listened to in my life. Because when you're listening to the song, because it's a Calvin Harris led song. So it's a lot of it is about the production, but like you can listen to this song and not know, and The Weeknd's voice is so just, it's just so smooth on this that you don't know that you're listening to a breakup song. Because once you listen to the song again and again, you're like, wait, it's like he's literally letting a girl down easy. He's like, no, it's done. We're done. This is like the breakup song that you write like right before you guys hook up one last time. You've been broken up for months. Maybe you call each other, maybe you hit the text and you're like, this is a really bad idea. Like nothing's changing. Like I'm not right for you. You're not right for me. But he says it so smooth. And you're just like, man, this is a great song. So Over Now, Calvin Harris, The Weeknd, this is the perfect, I'm going to hook up with that person one last time before I never see them again breakup song.
Nice.
It's perfect. Over Now.
I'm going to go with another artist that maybe not very many people have heard of. Teddy Swims released a song called Broke. Yeah. Released a song called Broke last week, and he's very multi-genre in terms of his sound. It's kind of hip-hop based, but there's funk, there's jazz. If you check out his Spotify page, there's a lot of covers, and they're pretty wild from some very popular songs. You wouldn't even recognize them aside from just the lyrics and what he's done. If he pulled back, he's slower. He's got an incredible vocal range that's kind of, reminds me of kind of Nathaniel Rateliff a little bit, where he's kind of just like a bigger dude that has a huge voice and a huge range. So Broke by Teddy Swims is a jam, and you're gonna be bumping out to this one this week.
I just looked up Teddy Swims on Apple Music, and I'm telling you right now, I don't know what you expected Teddy Swims to look like, but this is not what I expected Teddy Swims to look like.
Yeah,
That's
very
all I'm going to
unexpected.
say.
And so is his voice. It's incredible. Yeah.
I'm excited to check it out, Dan, because me and you have the same. I like a lot of the music to listen to, but that was just very surprising when I saw a picture of Teddy Swims.
Right.
Teddy Swims reminds you to not judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, my last one is the retro replacement for this week, guys. And this is going to be the second appearance by Ray J on our playlist.
Wow.
This week, he's going to be joined by the New Boys, and they're going to be singing Tie Me Down.
Yes.
So
Yes.
enjoy that this week. That was one of my favorite songs in like 2009, and it'll be good.
Yes. Ray J made an appearance on Brandy and Monica did a versus battle last night, and Ray J made an appearance, just, came in and hugged Brandy and said hello.
There
But
you
yeah,
go.
it was nice to see Ray J, Yeah, it's nice to see Ray J. I want to pick one more. PJ Panda, Healthy. I don't know if you guys know about PJ Panda, but PJ Panda
Does he know Teddy Swims?
He might. PJ Panda, and I don't want to say much about this because I really just want you to listen to it. So I'm not going to say anything, but PJ Panda, Healthy. That's it. Done.
All right. I respect that. Chris's live, I can't wait for Chris's live review of that next week. That's really where where it comes out, the raw review from Chris Gates.